This video is sponsored by Soundcore, a division of Anker. Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Yen, and today I wanted to compare the Apple AirPods Pro with the Soundcore Liberty 2 Pro. This is a pair of headphones that have been endorsed by 10 Grammy award-winning audio producers. So today I want to stack it up against another pair of excellent earbuds, the AirPods Pro. Even though these devices are similar, their prices are very far apart. The Liberties come in at a competitive $100 less, so I want to see what it offers when compared to the AirPods. Huge shout out to Anker for sponsoring today's video, but they're not making me promote their product. All the opinions are still mine. So if you have been thinking about getting a new pair of earbuds, and you're wondering if there's a cheaper alternative than what Apple offers, then this video is for you. Included in the box with the Liberties is the charging case for the headphones, the earbuds themselves, a USB-A to USB-C charging cable, a bunch of textbooks, and an absolute boatload of silicone ear tips. Now with the AirPods Pro, we get some literature, we get the AirPods themselves, a few silicone ear tips, as well as a USB-C to Lightning charging cable. Now when it comes to design, these two headphones are quite different. Everything from the build materials to how the earbuds are shaped, but either way, both charging cases are super satisfying to close. Both of these have a pairing reset button on the back, which on the AirPods you can use to pair with non-Apple devices, and on the Liberties it's next to that USB Type-C port. Okay, so now let's talk about how these headphones fit in your ear. The AirPods come with 3 pairs of silicone ear tips, whereas the Liberties come with a lot more, plus wingtips. Now the silicone ear tips work a little bit differently on the AirPods and the Liberties. With the AirPods they just snap right off, and the silicone themselves have like a little layer of mesh inside to help keep the speakers clean, and it snaps back on like so. The Liberties have a more traditional type of silicone design with a little plastic part sticking up for the silicone to hook onto. So if you have sensitive ears like me, you may notice a little bit more fatigue during long listening sessions. I do like how they come with wingtips in the box. They've really helped the Liberty stay in my ear when I'm moving around. Now in my experience, I have gone to the gym and ran with these headphones on. They don't fall out, and if you pay attention to which silicone size fits your ear, then these are going to fit with no problem. I will say with the AirPods they are just a little bit lighter, so when I'm running I don't hear my footsteps as much, so if you care about that, do keep that in mind. The Liberties have what Soundcore calls the Astria Coaxial Acoustic Architecture. That basically means the sound drivers inside of these earbuds are arranged in such a way that they do not interfere with each other. Your sound is going to be louder, it's going to be more punchy, you can feel the bass, whereas on the AirPods they really do feel synthetic. You can hear the bass, but you can't feel the bass, and that is where the Liberties really excel. Soundcore claims that the sound quality is worthy of 10 Grammy Award-winning audio producers. And honestly, I can't really argue with that. I'm not an audiophile, but these sound fantastic. You can hear everything from the low to the high range, whereas on the AirPods you do lose some on the bass side. However, that doesn't mean the AirPods sound bad. Now of course the big news with this year's AirPods is that they have active noise cancelling. You can check this in the settings or in the control center on your iOS device. You can press and hold on the stem of the AirPods to get to this gesture to turn on and off noise cancelling and transparency mode. Now in my experience the noise cancelling is awesome. It blocks out pretty much everything in the mid-tone range. High pitches and very low pitches will leak through. The heck? So it's not the best in the industry. Dude! What are you doing in my seat? Who are you? Can you not hear me? But for earbuds, they're very good, and they can turn something like a noisy coffee shop into a productive workspace. As soon as you turn it on, you can focus on your music because it blocks out everything else while increasing the speaker volume. Midtones are very clear, but the bass is lacking just a little bit. Like the previous versions of the AirPods, the bass is there, you can hear it, but you can't feel it. Except you can hear it better thanks to the noise cancelling. Inside the settings, you'll also find an ear tip fit test. This will allow you to test how each silicone ear tip fits inside your ear and whether or not that creates a good seal for the noise canceling and transparency features. Now with the Liberties, you can find all the customization options inside the Soundcore app available on the App Store. Here you can find all the settings for these headphones, as well as a bunch of audio equalizers, but I think the real big news here is the Hear ID personalization function. Think of it as a personalized sound profile just for you. When you run through Hear ID, it will instruct you to give it feedback based on certain noises that you may or may not be able to hear with your ears. For example, if you can't hear certain high pitches or if you have hearing loss, this essentially helps compensate for that to create an audio experience that is unique to you, which I think is really awesome. Now, I think one advantage the Liberties have over the AirPods is that you can customize the controls inside of the Soundcore app. So there is a button on top of each earbud that has what I call the classic 1, 2, 3 controls, 1 for pause, 2 for skip, 3 for rewind. But here in the settings you can actually customize them to voice assistant or volume adjustments. Super handy if you don't have a smartwatch or you just don't want to reach for your phone every time you want to change volume. Alright, now let's talk about the battery life of these two devices. The AirPods are coming in at 4.5 hours of battery using noise cancelling or transparency mode. It supports wireless charging and has 24 hours of juice in the case. It does support fast charging. 5 minutes of charging equals about 1 hour of use. With the Liberties, we're seeing an extended battery life of 8 hours per earbud and the exact same 24 hours in the case and the same fast charging as the AirPods. They're both good, but with the Liberties, you might make it through a flight a bit easier than the AirPods. And fun fact, the charging lights on the outside will show you which earbud is charging. Of course, you get this info inside the control center on the AirPods. With the Liberties, you just get the total battery life. Now, it is worth noting that the AirPods Pro are compatible with the iOS 13 audio sharing feature, where you can broadcast audio to 2 different sets of AirPods at the same time. But remember, this is a feature of iOS, not of the AirPods themselves, so if you're trying to use this with a non-Apple device, it's not gonna work. Both of these support the IPX4 water resistance rating, but I think the Soundcore's case is more water resistant because it just has a better seal than the AirPods case. If you guys didn't know, that's how I killed my original pair of AirPods. One day it went for a swim in the laundry, but forgot its scuba gear. But I think both of these will be fine under sweat or a light rain. So what do you guys think about these headphones? Personally, I think the Liberties are an incredible value because you can find them even less than what it retails for. However, if you are a heavy Apple user like me, you'll probably reach for the AirPods more often. Little things like the H1 chip will just make pairing and things easier. Not that it's difficult with the Liberties. Once you pair them the first time, they pair instantly every time after. When you take them out, it's just more convenient with the AirPods. Overall, I think the Liberties provide an excellent value and incredible sound for the price. Features like the Hear ID custom profiles, the heavier bass, no audio latency, makes it all around a solid pair of headphones. However, if you do decide to shell out that extra money for the AirPods Pro, I don't think you'll be disappointed at all. The noise cancelling is fantastic, integration with iOS is just seamless, but you have to keep in mind those features come at almost double the cost. Be sure to comment your thoughts about these headphones down below. Again, a huge thank you to Anker for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.